Hello, and welcome to Rallying the Forge. I'm your host, Sol. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Rallying the Forge. I'm Solimer, and we have a bunch of stuff to cover in this episode, so let's dig into it. Always, lately anyhow, reminder, the Season 1 ends July 21st, so that is less than 2 weeks away. Get those achievements knocked out. I will touch on, I'll show it in the spreadsheet, it's a lot easier there. So just as an FYI, for Scorchworm and Reclusa campaigns, you do not have to beat it with the new Forgeborns from Set 4. So because these achievements were in the game before the other Forgeborn were there, if you complete it with one of those, with each of the other ones, you'll get credit for it. So you don't have to beat them all, but you can for the extra points. They are worth quite a bit if you complete them at level 10 with each of the additional Forgeborns. However, the max level decks, each faction and Forgeborn, I believe, came after the new Forgeborn were in, and I think you would need to do all of them. So, a little bit of a thing there, but not too big a deal. As you can see, I've got them all done, but I assumed you had to do them all, but didn't know. We still do not have community-based achievement points yet. That is still coming. I need to find out a timeline when they think they're going to get that rolled out, as we only have just under 2 weeks left to make sure all of our stuff got counted properly. I am unsure if the collection manager's been updated to include pulling the Season 1 data as well as the Season 0.2. I am unsure if Season 0.2 is going to get moved over in time or not. So these are questions I will need to ask the devs and see what they say. Otherwise, everything else is fairly normal. As far as that goes, the SBE events, they also need to update that. And just to be clear, the SBE event achievements, as it may not be clear to new players, is only events that Stoneblade Entertainment has promoted that they are hosting with, by them, an employee of theirs specifically. So myself and some others, we are Forge Guardians or just tournament organizers. Our events do not count towards those achievements, just so people are clear. We are not SBE employees. We do not hold official SBE events. We do use the Discord for it, but it's not a sponsored event by them, per se. So want to make that clear so that new players can know that as well. Let's switch over to Discord. So, making a small sales pitch here, but I highly recommend it for new players in particular. I have a Phantom sale going now through July 12th, which is like 3 days. They expire sometime on the 12th. I would try to get to me by the 11th to make sure I can soul bind them and mint them in time. I've got a list up. Billy Batting just posted a list up of another around almost 300 decks. Some of his are Set 4 and Set 1, it looks like, from a glance that I had. He has a bunch in there as well. He's got the same deal, $20. He can do PayPal or SFG, or I imagine Soul will work as well. So if you're looking for a deck, looking for something maybe competitive, I know if you reach out to him or myself for our list, I'm sure he'll be happy to help you find a deck. He's really good at identifying various types of decks. If you have a half deck you're looking to pair something with, he can definitely help you with that and see if there's anything in his list that might be appealing. And same for my list. I'm happy to help you find a pair for a deck or two decks to pair together. I do have some decent decks in there. Shamblers, we've got Darkheart Sorcerers, there might even be a Darkheart Sorcerer and Shambler together in a deck. I know there's a Mantis Forge Seal in there. There's plenty of Mantis decks. There's a Betrayer Forge Seal. So a lot of different things in there depending on what you're looking for. But I highly recommend players take a look. The $20 is to cover the cost of minting and the Soulbind Potion. The Soulbind Potion is 100 embers. It's equivalent to $10 in game, $5 if you buy a 2,000 ember pack, essentially. And the minting costs are, I don't even know what the official cost is, but I think it's in like the $6 range, I think. I don't know. It only shows the soul cost, which is 3 something, and I think the SFG matches it. I'm not positive on that. I don't know. But nonetheless, that's what the $20 goes towards, is the cost to soulbind it and mint it and send it over to your wallet. So I highly recommend people take a look. Let me switch back to Chrome and show you. So it's just, he pulls up his collection manager and shares a sheet with just those decks on it. He's got a big read through of the one he sold so far. Mine, I delete them out when I do it. But you can see I have some filters on mine. If you make a copy, you can then go in here, rename these fields whatever you want. But if you wanted a Mantis deck, you can filter, and it shows you all the Mantis decks that are available. You want a Shambler. There's even a double Shambler in here apparently. If you want a double Shambler, boom. So you can get that. See, there's a Shambler Darkheart. See how Darkheart popped up? It might be hard to see. I don't know how the screen looks, but you can see that. If you're looking for a Nuterra Swamp Moss deck of some nature, there's some there. If you're into Apocamancer decks, there's some there. So slim pickings, so to speak. There's not, it's not 100 of each of these types of decks, but there's, at least half a dozen of each to choose from. If you don't have any, that could be a big boost to your decks. Especially the Mantis is really nice if you get a perfect Circe deck to pair it with, depending on obviously some of the other components, if they intermingle or not. But they can add to your collection and help you have options to build certain decks from time to time. So if there's something there you're looking for, if you don't know, you want something, like I said, I'm happy to help do that. Those are good through the 12th. After that, they expire and they cannot be recovered. Depending on how things are going in the standings, I have to stay in the top 10. I'm in the top 10, so I have to stay in the top 10. So if I have to spend a few more embers, I'll probably pull some more phantoms. So yeah, I'm 8th, not that far ahead. So I'll probably end up spending some more after the 12th, leading into the last week of the season. So we'll see how that goes. Okay. Why'd I do that? Let's go back to... Let me go to Discord real quick. And go to... Is it this? No. Oh, there might be a patch out now. There's notes. So we might have an update. I'm gonna... What screen am I on? I'm gonna close this out. We saw the game. I'm gonna update the client. And then I'm going to open it back up and see what I was going to talk about and see if it's live. We're going to see if that's live or not. But I was going to talk about the mid-patch updates, but I'm trying to find the post Lucas made. Oh, maybe he made under announcements. So under announcements, he talks about for GenCon, they still have spaces are still available for their Learn to Plays and some of the events. So they have Learn to Plays for all their games, Shards of Infinity, Ascension Tactics, which is original, and Inferno. Ascension, SolForge Fusion, you gotta be kidding me. Excuse me. And then they said they also have tournaments for SolForge Fusion and Ascension, as well as a new storyline event for SolForge Fusion. So they give the link. I'll go over to Chrome. I should make some quick keys to make the switches there. So here, it shows all their events. A Murder of Crows. Why is that there? What is that? I'm going to have to ask Lucas what that is. Because this says filtered for Stoneblade. I wonder if they're interesting. Oh, they have Stone Age? Okay. I was going to say, what is that other one there? So, here's a list of all their events they're having. They have, they're calling it a World Cup. Don't know why the terminology changed, but they're calling it a World Cup for Ascension and for SolForge Fusion. Ascension is on Thursday. That starts at 1 p.m. The finals are expected to start at 4 p.m. I don't know if the times, if that game can be timed out or not like that, but I assume they obviously know what they're doing. But I know for SolForge, Worlds starts at noon, and they estimate that the finals will start at 4 p.m. So that'll be a little bit earlier than I think last year ended up being. But we'll see. Storyline is Saturday for SolForge Fusion. And then Sunday they got to Learn to Play, some Ascension Celebration stuff. So they have that going on. And then they've got other stuff going on here as well. Learn to Play SolForge Fusion during Worlds. The only thing I have Saturday is the storyline event. So, okay. And Thursday night, we will be having a sealed event. It's going to be set 4. You'll have to buy a booster there and then bring it, and we'll open them when we sit down and play. Don't know yet where we're going to play, if it's going to be at their table or if that area, that area may close at a certain time, so we might have to go to the football field. We'll figure those details out when we get closer, but if you did want to sign up, you can still sign up. There's still room. You can click into these. There we go. And it should tell us how many tickets are left. I feel like they should. Maybe to get tickets. I guess I got to sign in. It does not show. I feel like it does somewhere. I don't know. Well, anyhow, there are tickets left. Don't need to waste any more time trying to figure it out, but you can get those from the GenCon website. He posted a link in Discord, of course, so you can check that out there. Going back to the Discord. And that was under patch notes. I did not open the game yet again. Let me open the game up too.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Okay, so here's the new loading menu. So this is what we were going to discuss. And they got it released as I'm doing the video, so this works out fine. So we can see, and I don't know if they've made changes to, so they posted this up the other day, asked for feedback. They got a ton of feedback quickly, a lot of good suggestions from people, and they had a video out, which I was going to link. I'll still put a link in the video for it. I'll have it pop up or something, so you could watch it if you want. But they had a video talking about it, and then people gave their feedback, and some really good feedback in my opinion. So in the video, I don't know if they had modified this at all. It looks really hard to see this stuff in their video, but looking at it now, it's fine. If they improved it, if they changed it, then it's good. They made a good change here. I can clearly see it. There's no issue. In the video, it does look harder to see, but it could be that it's just the quality of the video maybe wasn't good enough or something. I'm not positive. But it is crystal clear for me here. There's no issue with it. I don't like the delete button always popping up like that, I guess. I don't know. Just when you do it, it makes it seem like clicking on it's going to delete it, but it is what it is, right? Up here, they've got the news. It cycles through. I don't know if we used to be able to... Oops, it's clicking away to things. I don't want to click it. So we used to be able to cycle through it. Now we cannot, apparently. Can I? Yeah. Okay, if you click the dots, you can. But if you click outside of it, it's going to take you to the link that it's trying to send you to. Funny enough. So then they also... So they wanted to give it a different feel. I feel it does. It feels like it opens up everything. Not that the previous menu was... I don't want to say cluttered. It just... This is much brighter. It feels open because there's nothing up top here on the center. I like the feel. I don't know that I like the color scheme necessarily. I mean, it's okay. I can live with it. It's not going to bother me so much. It's just that it's too bright and bubbly for me when we're playing a game where we're destroying our opponents, killing off creatures, doing all these sinister things. So, it's just curious, the thought process there, but maybe they'll change it. I don't know. It's not too bad though. I could live with it. Some people might not be able to. I can. So they now have collection up here. So I'll go through all these menus now that they're live. They did say they made some changes to this, and they have a new feature which we'll talk about once my large collection loads here, which you can see on the screen is Quick Fuse. I know people are going to be testing and playing with this button. I'm kind of covering it, by the way, but it's down here in the bottom right. You can kind of see the quick word there next to my head. So Quick Fuse is going to take either a half deck that you picked out and try to find a good pair for it in your collection, or it'll find two halves and try to pair them together that is optimal in some fashion. So they had to build some sort of algorithm to determine these factors. I don't know how it's going to work. I'm not going to play with it right now. I'm very particular about my decks and what I have and how everything goes, so I am not going to play with that right now. I will do that on my own time or let other people post their experiences with it first. So up here they have the refresh button that they did before, filter button, the favorite button. I don't know what this button is. I don't like clicking things. Is this the Quick Fuse button? Faction decks. Fuse 2 faction decks. Create a playable... Okay. Okay, so I guess when you go to my collection, instead of having... I don't know what it is now. Instead of having your decks show up or your individual decks, it's going to come up with your fused decks initially. You can switch to the individual decks, which is what this screen's showing. They have a button here on the opposite side of the search button, which shows what's in the deck. They have the quick fuse button. So if I wanted to quick fuse with a deck, I'll try it. I'll try it for science, okay? We've got the measured hustling division. I just made a deck with this, and it did pretty well. I want to see what it tries to pair it with. So it went with a Sunder deck. Let's see what it has in it. It's a set 3. I already don't like that. Charger Mammoth. We can play an Exalt for free. There's no Exalts in the set 1 deck. Elementalist Knight. Okay. Fleet Gale Carrier. Lightning Tamer. Torching Master. Oof. Volcanic Summoner. That's nice. The Summoner, Betrayer Summoner is nice anyway. It's got 2 spells, not counting Exalts. It's got Ashurian Flame, Fit of Rage, and then Deep Frost Hills is the only Exalt. Oof. All this Exalt synergy and 1 Exalt. And it wants... So if I play Echoing Stonefist, if he replaces somebody, which it does have that synergy, at least at level 1 if it replaces one, I can play my Exalt for free. I also have the Charger Mammoth to be replaced, which is nice, but Elementalist Knight likes the Exalt. He can move the Exalt around, which is nice. Spells, mages. I don't like the pairing. Not gonna lie, I've got 4 creatures here. A lot of minion generation, though. I don't like the pair. Ugh. So, use at your own peril. Don't necessarily think that it's going to give you the best deck ever. I'll be honest, I probably won't use that unless that's some sort of achievement in Season 2, winning with a quick fuse deck or something. I random decks in this potential quick fuse deck thing, I'm not going to be a fan of it as a large collection because I have a lot of bad decks. So I just don't like my odds with it. But this is the change to my collection screen. I do like it. It's neater, I don't like that these... Are these buttons different sized? So I'm like peeking over, trying to get level with it to see that these 2 circles look bigger than these 2 circles. Am I wrong? I'm right. I'm right. They are bigger. I don't know why they're different sized. I would make them all the same size. They're all equally important. Fusing deck, a regular deck can be done this way. Then we have Mastery. So this is the Mastery track that you can buy. I've got all mine done. They never added to it with set 4. I was hoping they would keep adding to it, but they didn't. Achievements. So this will be the season achievements. This has changed a little. The color up here has changed, and now when you highlight over those other ones, almost to a last winter booster. I didn't think I'd get that far. And then we have that. So use an overall. Cosmetics. Excuse me. So instead of the list on the left, you have these across the top. Okay. Friends. So your friends now are on the right side instead of left side. And you can challenge a friend, refer a friend. So I guess you can, it just lets you copy your code. It's right there though. Feels redundant. I don't know what would show here. Does it show the players and how far they are from achieving their goals? I don't know. Challenge a friend. So I'll end up using this at some point, probably tonight against Crimson maybe. But I don't know if you get to pick a deck afterwards or not. So we'll find out how that works. Then they have the shop here. Okay. You can redeem your code there. I don't think I have one to redeem. Did Crimson send me my daily? No. I haven't DM'd him yet. So that's all the same. The background obviously is different. I'm glad that they did all the backgrounds with all of these. So then let's get into the biggest thing, and that's the play section here. So campaign, of course. Online battle. So now you can see how it changes from campaign to online battle. Campaign, you're facing off against whichever campaign you're trying to do. Curious what the enhancements here is. I wonder if that's once you get some, if you step out and come back in, you can see what you've got maybe. I'm not sure what this enhancements thing is. So we'll have to do a campaign to see, I guess. Let me check something real quick. I need a... Oh boy, that's bad. That makes me mad. Let's see, I need set 3. Who's closest for anything? Still Rosetta's closest. I don't know if this is a set 3 deck. It's not. How's that come up with only that one? Oh, the other ones don't have any set 3 in them. That's why. They're all set 1 versions? That's crazy. This one might be a set 3. Good. I'm gonna choose it. We'll do easy. So we'll see if we have enhancements now. Nothing shows there. So I'm not sure what that is. We'll have to figure that out. But online battle, you go in, you're going to find your opponent there, of course. Random deck is there. Solo battle. You can no longer pick the deck to play against. Interesting. Okay. So you can't pick one of your own decks anymore to play against. I don't know if this is going to be an AI, a random, like campaign type deck that you'd come across, or what. I guess let's try it and find out, right? I'll try to make this quick. Hey, it's my turn. I knew that. Oh, different board background for the... So... Okay, I don't know if the deck is something or not. Oh, of course you've got that. Of course. What did you just do? Well, it still plays as dumb as it always has. So these interactions across the screen are new. So we're gonna do this. And I don't really want to upgrade either of them. We'll do the bubbler. We're gonna do that. I kind of want to kill him. We'll just work on that then. Yeah. So it still takes a long time after... Oh, it moved. Again, the movement still is not fixed. Okay. At least it didn't have the black card show up. And now my board's gone. I turned my head for a second. My board's gone. Of course, I've got nothing in there to upgrade. So we're just going to go reliable bubble. No, we're not. We're going to go Gizmo Minion to pop off. Brood Fang YC up front. That's why. I gotta be smarter. Well, I could have done it the other way around, I guess. I just not thinking. So I don't know if this is one of my decks or two of my decks that it's using or not. I'm really not positive on that. I'd have to look through my list to see if it's something I have. I mean, it's possible. I guess I won't really know till I get something really rare that I know that I have, only have, that no one else does or something. Or that I don't expect the computer to have. I could have just replaced, but yeah. Here. Okay. So that's the gameplay. You can see a new mat in the background. I wonder if that's going to be something we can get. It's nice looking. So I don't know what this is. If it's your decks or pre-made decks on their end, I'll have to ask that question. And the event is grayed out as there's no events going on currently. So this is the new UI. That's what I wanted to cover. Good timing on their part, my part, I guess. So I wanted to see something. Yeah, it does say play up here still. It should say home screen or something. It is still over the logouts. If you double click, you may log yourself out. Not the end of the world, but frustrating or annoying perhaps. So they want your feedback. If you're watching this, you haven't signed in yet, you can post a comment below. Tell me your thoughts on the new UI. Feel free to tell them your thoughts in the Discord. They have a thread for it. It's in the feedback and bug section. In addition to, let me pull up Discord so you can see with me if I get to the right screen here. So they said new menu. They want your feedback. It is going to be a work in progress. They already have things they're going to be trying to fix with it. They said redundant tutorial dialogue removed and voice lines added. Enhanced reconstruct working correctly. Keywords granted by X are now removed when a creature leaves that lane. Camera adjusted to remove some empty space from the side of the screen. In-game announcements such as your turn, battle phase, and undo are now less jarring. Bug fix for group meal. Bug fix for soul harvest. There is a known bug with friend battle at the moment where the person receiving the invite won't be able to select the deck, and instead it will select the most recently used deck. We are looking into this. So it sounds like we're going to be able to select decks after you select who you play in the friend battle. I guess in one essence, it's nice you go in and select who you want to play against, and you get right to it. You don't have to go into this menu. On the other hand, it seems more logical, more intuitive, if you will, to go to this screen to select your deck, and then you pick who you want to play. I don't normally select my deck afterwards unless like things are happening really fast. They send the invite before I'm ready. Then I would select it afterwards. Normally, I am selecting it beforehand. So, overall, I like it. When I was talking about going into the friends and then selecting your deck, I said it was more intuitive to go here, select deck, then select a friend battle, but you didn't see that before. Like I said, I like it. I think it's good. I think this is all good. It does look smoother. It looks more open, feels more open. I don't think the color scheme bothers me as much. It is still very bright and bubbly. These, if this is the Forgeborns, they don't look menacing whatsoever. But it is what it is. You know, I'll take this and other fixes for things that we've been asking for than worrying about what the background art is ultimately. You know, if this is good for the game, then that's great, as long as they can move on to the things that I really want fixed, like making digital match physical. That's a big one. But overall, I do like it. Let me see what else I was going to touch on. Oh, I do want to mention this. This is very important. This goes back to Season 1. They posted on X airdrop eligibility reminder. To qualify for your share of the 100K plus Season 1 airdrop, you must have logged in at least once in the last 30 days. Even with points, inactive accounts won't qualify. So hop in before July 21st to stay eligible. So make sure you've logged in if you haven't in a while. If you're still just kind of lurking around, like, I can't get to it, whatever, you're busy, sign in, log into your account if you want that airdrop. So, very important. Do that, and then I think that's all I've got for today. I was going to cover this, and I was going to go through people's comments on it. We can hop real quick to the Discord to see if there's anything new in there. So you could see ML Vanby feels this is not very legible. I didn't think it was that bad, was it? Yeah. I don't know. I didn't think it was so bad. And then something, he's got a bug, looks like. So, but yeah, a lot of comments in here. Hop in, read, give your feedback if you've got some. They're listening, they're responding, so it's very good. It's very good communication. They deserve lots of kudos for that. They did give us a couple days or a day to give feedback before they pushed it out. So, and they did say that they are going to be continually fixing this as things crop up, and they were going to try and fix them immediately and then push it out with whatever their next update would be, I guess. So that is good. Very happy with that. Very happy with the communication. That is definitely moving in the right direction for us to keep the community, one, to be able to give our feedback, so things aren't such a surprise to us. We kind of know what's coming. We can also help. We want to help grow this game, so we can give feedback to make things better for them, and we appreciate that opportunity. So, yeah. Oh, there is one more thing. They don't have a video out yet for it, but they will. If they release it, I'll try to get it in the video, a link to it. I got to see what it was. So they're gonna make another video or post talking about the, where was it at? It was in your collection, the quick fuse. So they're gonna go through. They're gonna talk about how the quick fuse works. I don't know what kind of details they're gonna give, how in depth they're gonna go. We have some community tools to help people build decks. Some of them I think are really good, others not so big on. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they say, how much info they give us. I hope they listen to the community when it comes to things like this, because ultimately I'll side with the community that we're going to know better than they will what is good and not. There are some players in this game who are, borderline geniuses when it comes to making decks. I'm not one of them, but there are definitely some in the community who are great with deck building and finding really niche combinations that are really good. And some of those players, they're going to know what's good and not. And hopefully, if this thing's throwing bad pairs together, they'll listen to the community and make adjustments to their algorithm, whatever that may be. I don't know. Maybe they paid to use someone else's. That'd be a good idea too. So they're going to put a video out or post out about. If they put a video out, I'll try to get it linked in the video, and that way you'll have a way to click to it. But otherwise, this is pretty much all I've got for today's video. Like I said, this was a surprise. I did not know it was going live as I was recording, so I will take it. And give us your thoughts. Feel free to comment in the video. I should mention this as well. I'm going to start giving out deck codes for people who comment in my videos. If I get a lot of comments, I'll raffle it off. If I get like 1 or 2 comments, I'll just give it to each person that comments. So go ahead, comment, give me your thoughts. You could win a deck code, and if I'll probably we'll do my next Rallying the Forge video. Don't know when that'll be for sure. It might be by this weekend. I'll have to see what's going on. We'll figure that out. But so go ahead and post, and hopefully you can get a deck code. And yeah, give us your thoughts. If you are in the Discord, there will be a link to join the Discord if you're not. But join the Discord, hop in there, give them your thoughts as well, because they're the ones who make the changes. I have no power in that, but I definitely want to hear what people think, and I want to encourage you to take this opportunity to give your feedback, whether it's to me or to them, because they need the feedback. It's not just one group of players or one person making decisions. They're seeking your feedback. So take that opportunity, take advantage of it. It's not often that game developers do that, in my opinion. So definitely take them up on it. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching, for being here, and spending your time. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you guys in around the game and next time I stream and or post a video up. Take care. This has been an episode of Rallying the Forge. Thank you, and we'll see you next time.